What's up, YouTube subscribers? So I'm sitting here with my honey dip, but I wanted to share this with you as I'm sitting here on this fabulous Tuesday. Let's talk about a Tuesday. One of the things last week I was meeting with a client, and with this client we talked about building content. So this is to that person that is building content or thinking about, meaning that you're thinking about going live on YouTube, you're thinking about creating a YouTube page, you're thinking about going live on social media or starting a group or something to that area. You feel like in your heart that you want to pour into people by using your platform of social media. I'm going to give you the value of using a platform, and I'm going to also give you the things that come with it. But I want to explain to that person that maybe never done this before, or you're doing this to just kind of add value. Not that I have it all together. I am still learning. I started my YouTube page in 2014, 15, I started my YouTube page, and I started building, my page to a point to where I had like 7 followers, at the time. And the more and more that I did it, it allowed more people to become a part of what I'm doing. Numbers matters, but really and truly it doesn't. It's just all about how much you're willing to post, how much you're willing to do. If you're posting every day, your numbers should be going up, right, on YouTube, or getting more people that are going to add to your page, depending on how much you post, how great your content is. It depends on that. So again, I have now 200 plus followers. Not a lot, but a lot in my eyes, right? From me starting in 2015, and I allowed it to grow organically. I don't post every day. I post weekly. That's why I'm doing this video right now, because I post weekly. I post on Tuesdays, and I try to post more, but that's the only time I have. So I do what I can to post, but I'm gonna give you a couple of principles that would allow you to do content, because you could get focused on the growth, or you could get focused on the value of information that you share. That is so important. What you share is so important. So here we go. Have a pen and piece of paper, or just write it on the canvas of your mind, or come back and watch the replay so that you can write this down. I always say when you write, it goes from your brain to your heart to your fingertips, and it's able to stay there for some reason, but totally up to you. So here we go. The first thing that I learned when it comes down to creating content, I always find the need. Right now I'm writing a book, and I know when I write that book, I'm going to have a lot of stuff to post, and I have a lot of content to share. There's some things that with my content that I don't share until later. This video may be on another day. This video may be on, I just always have content available at all times, whenever it's on my heart, or whenever the Lord places on my heart. So what I told my client, I said, there's like 4 steps that I realized that I have to take if I'm going to share content. First of all, I'm going to pray about whatever content that I share. I'm going to make sure that the content is valuable. I'm getting ready to do a marriage. My husband and I are celebrating 21 years come next week, which is the 27th. It'll be 21 years of marriage. And so because of my 21 years of marriage, I'm sharing content right now on my Tonya Harden ministry page, of stuff that I have on my YouTube page that has already been posted, that my husband and I did on last year. So you can always reuse your content. So here's the thing that I found out. It was that I had to become committed to creating content. Number one, I had to become committed to creating content. That meant that my time, and this is gonna be so biblical to some, but this is just what I do and what helps, and when you hear the value of what I do and how it works, you will want to do it. if this is something that you're called to do. I feel like this is something that I'm called to do. When I started in 2015, I felt like I had a story and I wanted to share my story because I wanted to see women win. I wanted to share my story through the lens of my experience, but also to remind women, it's a model that I use for my women of destiny. I remind women to see themselves through God's eyes and not people. And I just added recently to see yourself through God's eyes and not people, because and realize that you are a product of grace. So any video you see me drop on social media, I'm going to end it with that, because I want the value of what I do to be reminded and leave residue in your brain that, you know what, hey, I've heard somebody say that. Tonya didn't say it. See myself through God's eyes and not people. Or as I tell my women, think pink, my sister. You know what I'm saying? Think pink, and that's a whole nother thing. But it's leaving residue of information. I love when I see a post or hear someone say something that I said. I know that they're listening, right? And I've left residue of information in their mind. I've left residence in their mind. How do you leave residence? You leave something on the canvas of that person's mind when you have great content. You leave something on the canvas of their mind that they will not forget, because they value what you said in that particular content that is life-changing. I hear people say all the time, with marriages, it's work, but it's worth it. With my pastor's wife connection, hey, it's important that you stay connected to God, stay connected to marriage, and stay connected to, if you're a pastor's wife, you called it, stay connected to ministry. If you are in my women of destiny, I'm telling you all the time, see yourself through God's eyes and not people, because you are a product of God's grace and God's mercy. So keep winning. Don't give up. Or you may hear me say, come on, glory. Yeah, you may even hear me say that part. You know, I got that from Jada Pickett, that part. Now I'm in a season of saying, you may judge me now, but you're judging me wrong, right? So, or I made the statement, there's different things that you say that leaves residence. And if you're that person, baby, share your content. You understand me? All right. So the other thing is you got to be committed. How do you be committed? You got to make sure that you're praying. You're asking God, what is it about that I'm talking about in this season? Right now, I'm in the season of talking about marriage right now, you know, for the next 2 weeks, talking about marriage, because I'm getting ready to do something with marriages. So I know that there's going to be not just content, but there's going to be a call to action that I'm going to have in almost all of my videos. So you got to be committed. We're going to get to that part. So you got to be committed. I'm going to try to make this short and sweet. You got to be committed. Number 2, you got to be consistent. Committed to what you're going to do. If that's you getting up in the morning and you're making the decision that, you know, this week I want to drop 3 or 4 videos. I got makeup, y'all. This week I want to drop 3 or 4 videos, right? Or I want to drop 1 video. Whatever you decide to do, you made up in your mind, you put it on your schedule. I know on my schedule that every third Thursday I'm going live with Pastor's Wife Connection. I know on my schedule that every Tuesday I'm going to drop a video. I know on my schedule that every now and then I'm going to drop a video on my Pastor's Wife Connection. I know every now and then I'm going to drop a video in my Women of Destiny group. I know right now I'm about to switch my Women of Destiny group to a whole nother name. I know that because I have it on my calendar, when I'm going to do it, how I'm going to do it, what it's going to look like, how am I going to prepare the people that are following me. All right. So you got to be committed. And the only way you can be committed if you sit down and you make out a plan. My husband always says people fail to plan and they plan to fail. I don't know what I forgot. Anyway, that's his saying, not mine. But I'm going to just tell you this. You need to plan, you need to prepare, and you need to pursue whatever you're going to do. That is my saying. Plan, prepare, and pursue what you're going to do in this season if you're going to be committed to social media. The other thing, you got to be consistent. You must. Every Tuesday, my YouTube subscribers know without a shadow of a doubt, they're going to get a video on Tuesday, because I became committed, not because of them, but I came committed to my schedule because it worked out for me. But I have to be consistent to what I do. My email blog, know that every month they're going to get an email from me. Every month I didn't put a time on it because I don't want to be around time. It's just whatever the Lord lays on my heart. They're going to get an email this week. I know that they're getting an email this week that's going out to them, and the name of the email, I already got it. The name of the email is Squeezing Out Everything You Can in 2021. And I'm going to be sharing with them about faith. Hey, if you want to go be a part of my email list, go ahead, email me at admin.tonya.harden. Admin@tonya.harden. Admin@tonya. See that right there? And that will, if that one person go to my email and become a part of my email list, I have gained a person that I can encourage, empower, and remind to keep pushing and keep moving and see themselves through God's eyes and not people. All right. The third thing that you got to do when you become committed, and these are keys. If you know me, this is something that I've left, or a statement I've made in a video, is be committed. Not just be committed, be consistent. Not just be consistent, but be confident. It's gonna build your confidence the more you do it. I absolutely hate going live. You understand me? I hate it with a passion. I feel like I'm not able to give my all because of that. I feel like I got to respond to the people, because when you go in live, the people that are watching you and listening to you, they want to know. You need to say their name. You need to let them know that, hey, I hear you and I know that you're there. My husband is getting in, but I know that you're there. I know that you're listening. Hey, you got to share what they're sharing so that they can share with other people. It's a method to the madness when it comes to you sharing on social media live, because you want to make sure that you keep the people in tune, in key. You have to have a certain melody, a certain tone to your voice in order for them to continue to watch along with your content. Sorry for the movement. But the last thing is that not only when you commit it, you're consistent, but you get confidence, but it allows you to continue to build content. It allows you to continue to build content while you're being committed, while you're being consistent, and while you're gaining confidence. You're able to build more content that will be life-changing to the people that are watching, that they will be able to connect with you even the more. They will be able to become a part of what you're doing. If you were getting ready to do something in the future, sell a book, sell products, now because you build content, you don't want to always sell things. You want to give a lot of knowledge, a lot of information, wisdom away for free. And so when you do that, now what happens is that person gets to know you. Anybody that reads my book, I don't know how many times I walked up to people and they didn't know who I was, I didn't know who they were, but they knew who I was, and they felt like that we were best friends because of the content that I created in that book. So what is the value? What is the value? Because I'm gonna have to put my seatbelt on so I can go. So what is the value? The value is if you reach one person. Out of the 200, if I reach one, that's all that matters. Yes, the other day I posted a video, a picture of my husband and I. And at the end of it, before I knew it, I did a call to action. Oh, that was my last point. Call to action. Whenever you do, you be committed, you be consistent, you be confident, and then you make sure you have a call to action. What are they going to get from you next? What is going to happen next? So I say that to say I did a post about my husband and how, I value him. I was really just posting to just be posting on a Monday, my crush Monday, right? But then I realized, wait a minute, hold up. We're going live next week. I'm going live, and then I'm going to bring him on to talk about marriage. So what better way? Because those that are I have people on my website. I have people on Instagram, and it's a different crowd for everybody. So whatever platform you choose, I'd use every platform I can that I can learn, except for I just got a TikTok. I don't do Snap. I don't do, Twitter. I don't understand it. So I'm just going at the pace that I'm going. I'm not saying I would never do that, but that is something that I may do in the future. So here's the deal. I realize the value of, that sun hit that face just right. Oh, let me stop. I realized the value of having different platforms. So right now, I have Instagram, which is my favorite. Oh, baby, I post a lot on Instagram. I meet different people on Instagram, right? The second thing I have is Facebook. You know, like Facebook, it's okay, it's just different for me. The third thing that I have is YouTube, which is also my favorite, because I get authentic people on Instagram and authentic people on YouTube. And my other way is my email blog, as well as my website. So I got my website, my email blog, my YouTube page, my Instagram, and my Facebook. Okay, you ready? I also have my Pastor's Wife Connection, whole nother crowd, whole nother crew. I also have Women of Destiny, which is about to be Kingdom Women Connect. Different crowd, and there's people coming to that group all the time, to where I just stopped saying welcome, and I'm gonna start back doing that. But I have a different crowd of people on top of my Tonya Harden Ministry page. So I have my regular page, my Tonya Harden Ministry page, my group page. Along right there, that is Instagram, Facebook, two of my Facebook groups, YouTube, my email list, and my website. That's 7 ways of me to connect with different people all over the world. I get a different crowd. I did a survey with my email list, and they're asking for more information and more content and more. Man, it's a different crowd of people that you're dealing with. Instagram, I meet people from Dallas. I've met people. I went to out of town to we went to Chicago, and one of the first ladies wanted to meet me in Chicago. I meet people all over, and it gives me an opportunity to I share content. And my goal, the reason why I call Tonya Harden Ministries, because I deal with the fullness of ministry. I deal with marriage, I deal with ministry, I deal with life, I deal with money and business. I deal with all of those things, man. I'm excited. I'm going live with the young lady, and I get opportunities to go live with people, and that's the value of it. I'm able to hit different kind of women all over the world, on top of women that inbox me. I just met a lady the other day that she saw, it's my highest YouTube video, which is dealing with a spiritual mother, and she saw it on my page. And with her seeing that on my page, I got something in my eye. With her seeing that on my page, she found out, we got connected, and she asked me questions, which also allowed their questions in my inbox is the reason why I make content, or they give me value to my content, or give me a content to share. So I will be sharing another video about spiritual mothers, because I have so many people hit me up about spiritual mothers. So I got to share that. So that's the value. That's the value of creating content. If you want more detail, more information, man, go to my website, or email me, or schedule an appointment with me, a free consultation, no problem, just to share more information with you to go forward with what you're doing. On top of my book publishing company, on top of Harden Enterprise, meet people all over the world that ends up connecting with one of my platforms that I'm on. So that's the value of creating content. That's the value of going live. That's the value. And by the way, I will say this, and the more value for every book writer is when I do go live about my book. Oh, believe me, I'm going to sell a couple of books that day. Not trying to. I don't even have to say I'm selling. And somebody going to hit me in my inbox and say, can I purchase your book? Where do I go get your book? I'm telling you, it's value in going live. It's value in creating content. But I'm done. That's all the information I want to share with you on this amazing Tuesday. Again, my honey and I, say hey, baby. My honey and I will be going live. He's going to go live with me one day. I'm going to go live next week. Dealing with marriage survival, because there's something that I have brewing and I can't wait. And if you already been to my website, you already know what it is. But we're going live next week. Dealing with the marriage matters, marriage survival, and dealing with my book, as well as dealing with women. This here is more derived around women. You're married to a mess, you're married to ministry. I'm gonna leave the flyer somewhere at the end so that you can see it. Until next time, remember, you are a product of God's grace and God's mercy. when we learn as women to see ourselves through God's eyes and not people. Stay blessed in all that you do. Mwah! Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Until next time, stay blessed. Bye-bye.